Hey there, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Though I guess everybody might be a bit much. I'm not sure how many people are showing up. The last few streams have been pretty rough, but I know fully coding stuff, bit on the boring side. Thank you, Kylie, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna just do some character customization thingies. Hey there, Caraverse. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you again. hmm Yeah, but yeah, I once again I did a little bit of work off camera because I think when it was building the map that was more fun to do on stream. Here it just feels more like I'm boring people to tears. Um, let's see. Yeah, hey there, chill. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the my computer's being slow today. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, it seems I've been caught red-handed by my friend Ryan. Yeah, the thing is, you'll have like DMs from people. Uh, and you're like, okay, so obviously I'm available, so I want to respond to them before, waiting for 2 or 3 hours. So it's just, yeah, but yeah, so let's see. Ryan, if you are here in this stream, thank you for stopping by. Today we're doing, so I'm actually pretty proud of the data structures we've set up so far. Currently, studio's updating. But oh, by the way, happy to say from the Roblox announcement, a native code is live on Roblox. You can now compile your code, meaning Luau is kind of a programming language now. It's not just scripting anymore, yo. Um, so with that, okay, so let's see. Yeah, so let me outline the data structure as we have it now. The okay, so we have these different eye and hair data. All these are unit tested, so we should have a pretty good coverage for the actual encoding process. But yeah, we've gotten most of the body stuff covered and implemented. The main thing that we should consider now is okay, so let's close that. Okay, all those textures fighting to load in. Let's see. Okay, so Brian is not here. All right. Hey there, Hero Too Lucky. Thank you for stopping by. I would love to follow a train. Trains are cool. Um, though honestly, even just playing GTA 3 would also be fun. Um, Carverse asks, "Am I going to recycle the outfits?" So probably not. I'm moving towards a more modern workflow that relies more on accessories and being able to recolor them. So probably not. Let's see. So outfit data, clothing data. All right, so prepare yourself for the ultimate game. Get content. Okay. Wow, he's beautiful. Um, but yeah, so basically it loads in people of various different sizes. The cool thing is, see how this hair is textured? So not only is it textured, but it's recolorable. So I have unlocked the otherwise previously impossible thing of recoloring a surface appearance. The trick is making it an alpha. Um, by the way, is it possible to publish a GTA stream? That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Honestly, if I was going to play a game on stream, it would probably be one a little bit more directly related to Superhero Life too. I don't know, something like with character customization or some interesting mechanic. Let's see, appearance data. Okay, so I'm just going to add. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna let's actually generate a new um, random is DC Online maybe? Maybe. I don't know if I want to do like a superhero game because at the end of the day, it's I obviously superheroes are a huge inspiration, but I don't want to necessarily, feel like we're just making DC or just making Marvel, And I want this to feel like its own thing to an extent. So I more love to see different genres rather than different like IP, as it were. Um, let's see. Render. Okay, so new character. iData. Not gonna lie, all I did was either run or fly around. I mean, I think being able to have good solid mechanics that get you into the flow state is very ideal. So, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Um, appearance data, render. Okay, so let's get so head data. I ended up removing head scaling from the head class, and now it's fully a local min scale equals 0.5, local max scale equals 5. Okay, so body data, max scale equals max scale. Okay, so let's, um, yeah, no, I think that having a game that keeps its servers running for a long time, that's like the ultimate victory. Because there are so many games that used to be fun. I guess it'd be nice if there was an easy way to open source like the different, like an engine to be like peer to peer or something, but that could take some foresight. Okay, okay, so now we go through and fix what I've done. What I I really wish Roblox had different data types. I'd love to be able to specify something as specifically an integer. It just feels so nice to know that I don't have to round everything, you know? Yeah. When the servers get shut down, that's a sad day. Yeah, say what you will about like, older games, but the fact that we're more or less, so long as the source code is stored somewhere, you can play those on an emulator relatively consistently. With an online only game, that's not necessarily the case. It's sad. Yeah, crazy. The game developer is sad that games might not last forever. It's crazy. But still, I think the players would probably agree with this. Yay. Humanoid description. Wow. What the heck is happening here? Yeah, Helldivers too. There was a scare there for a moment, wasn't there? Data leaks, as in user data or like source code? Right. So it seems so. Let's see. Local equals mesh part. Find first child. More size. Original size. Then assert original size is a vector3 value, and then original size dot value times equals, let's see, special mesh dot scale, maybe. What else? Then hair attachment. We got to do something for hair attachment as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't like Sony that much. I don't know. They just always felt like kind of like it's like they kind of want to be as soulless as Disney, but they don't have the but they're not as charismatic about it, you know? Does that make any sense? Okay, so okay, let's see if this makes things better. Okay, that looks like it's scaling a little bit better. Yeah, I guess people who are a fan of huge corporations, that's asking for disappointment. I agree. Okay, okay. So this looks like things are rescaling better now. That's good. Yay. Okay. Oh, this is kind of a cool look. Let's see, maybe what would like an orange thing? Oh, well. Um, let's see. Is it possible to let me try something. Render. Mhm. Let's Yeah, so NPCs, I think NPCs definitely make sense. The question is, when. Yeah, because like obviously, like we want to get the core of the game done first, and from there, in terms of scoping out, it's like, what stuff do I save for Superhero Life 2? What stuff do I keep, fully as like what stuff do I save for Superhero Life 4? And that's just, I think the $1 million question. Okay, so I think, yes, I'm just adding some more boilerplate code. To some extent, I kind of wish there was an easier way to do this, but at the same time, like I want type safety, and that requires either A, writing up a format for generating your own code, which I think is a bit of a headache for something like this, or B, just gritting your teeth and accepting there's going to be a degree of, you know, flux to the formatting standard. Um, Yeah, but shouldn't get too ahead of myself. I should fill these out more when things are actually closer to being done. Okay, so player data. Let's just close all that for a second. Let's okay. So using uh, import service superhero life ultimate. Not a bad name. Combine superhero life 1 through 4 into super. Yeah, I think I did originally have a name, something that was like Legends Reborn or like Legend, something like that. Because I do, you know, I do think a rebrand would be beneficial in some ways. Um, okay, so asset service, add, create editable image, async. What's a good texture? Come on. How about the material service, that, create editable image async, and then that will, we're going to put in too much C sharp. Local editable image equals, actually, also I should make give task editable image. Isn't there like an asset save place async? Let's see, prompt import and prop create asset. I don't know. I I need to so Legends Reborn was so 3.5. The idea behind 3.5 was that it would eventually scope out into something kind of similar to what we're doing now. The main issue is that it just didn't happen. Yeah, I went through a breakup and moved across the country and just like uh, needed a win. And so I tried to make Infrastruct as like a game to actually release, and that didn't end up releasing. But I did. But I think my workflow stabilized a lot making Infrastruct. Like there's a lot of code in Infrastruct which more or less can be reused now. The only stuff which you couldn't really reuse, I'd say, would be the probably the UI code is the one that's changed the most. I swear the UI code is always gonna be such a writhing mess. I can never make it look the way I want to. Like anytime I like UI code, I just give it like a month and then I hate it again. Let's see. So did Infrastruct ever release? I mean it got to a testing stage where the game could be played by testers, but the tester feedback was that it was pretty boring and buggy. And and all the pivots that I would need to do to make it fun just took too much time. It was gonna be like a 4 month until the next test, and that was just not that just didn't make sense. It had overscoped, unfortunately, and I don't regret cutting ties. I regret not being a better developer from the beginning and keeping the scope in check. For one, I should have made it I should have used a grid. I should have done like a voxel grid or something. Um, that would have saved me a lot of time. So yeah, so let's. Mhm. I'm so tired of these things failing. Game, get service, insert service, load asset, parent equals workspace. Temp read fail? What? What does that even mean? Load asset to blah 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 blah. Parent. Yeah, I don't know. No idea. Uh, yeah, procedural generation is a really cool idea. It takes so long to actually make work. Um, like it's something which is like exponentially slow. Like every time you add a new feature or consideration for a procedurally generated planet, it just you have to go through so much work. Now, as a result, you can make it look better like on every level with just a single update. It's just it in some ways it's very efficient. I think it's a thing where it's very efficient but very over scope. Like the scope increases so much, but you get so much efficiency from it. So that that's the thing there. So you really only want to do it when it makes sense. I much prefer procedural decoration, like what we did with the docs up here. I think that this was a much better fit for procedural stuff than doing the entire planet. You know. Uh, but yeah. So what else is there? So we need to let's just start by figuring out what are some layered accessories. Okay, so packages, scripts, game, assets, accessory. Let's see, what is it? Like char layer, layered clothing. Let's see. Maybe procedurally generated interiors? Yeah, no, I think doing some procedural interior stuff that definitely makes sense, especially for stuff that isn't super important. I would love to have that be mostly procedural. Um, yeah, the import. I'm going to rename some of these. Basically, if it says hair, I'm going to remove that. Update metadata. Hair workflow util. That looks pretty good. Why is it still angry at me? What did I do wrong? Oh, I need to save so it regenerates the source map. Okay. So now we will just copy this over. Workflow util. Um, let's see, data, clothing, layered. Hair, clothing, layered. So hair data, clothing, layered import. clothing layered metadata. Clothing. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're taking this stuff and we're moving. Okay, so hair folder name. We're just going to try to generalize it a little bit more. Folder parent. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not great at remembering that stuff, which is why I want to automate it as much as possible. You know, let's see, front accessory, let's see, jacket accessory, pants accessory. Okay, so it's asset type. Let's see, what kind of stuff is in asset type? It's fine. Okay. Okay, so pants accessory. Shirt accessory. Okay, so let's just start by creating limit 120, workflow util, get surface appearance, get folder. Okay, so workflow util. Kendrick or Drake? Kendrick, without a doubt. Thoughts on Mary's Superhero 2 remake? I think it's very cool to be able to watch that kind of stuff happen. I'm honored that they would make the game their own. Just, such a cool community. But at the end of the day, like just because a community member made something really cool does not mean that I also won't want to make something really cool. So I think now I have competition in the Superhero Life 2 remake space. I gotta go all out. Try to make this the best game ever. Yeah, so the get folder parent. Import data location. Okay, so workflow util. Let's also get the tasks. So scalp, clothing, layered, import. Clothing, layered, import.lua. Let's see, do we have any? So asset data, clothing, layered. Okay, cool. So now I think we should be set. to all right, missing metadata for blah. Okay, so clothing layered. So we got one strike error through a format. Okay, so we have all of these different assets available. Okay, so settings. So workflow util. I shouldn't be using scalp util for anything. Scalp util. What would I possibly be doing? Get if valid for scalp. Okay. Scalp util. So hair. Okay, so scalp util. Clothing. Layered clothing util. Dot luau. Okay, so will the powers from Superhero Life 3 make a return? In Superhero Life 3, they will, or most of them. I think they might get upgraded, but for the most part, like you don't expect them to go away. Chill asks, will the Superhero 3 channels get updated with the Superhero Life 2 channels when it's just started production? Yep, definitely. Yeah, we wanna keep the logic, we want to keep the upgrade stuff related to the specific game that's being worked on. So yeah. Okay, so layered clothing. Uh, item data. Let's see. Import header. Types. Item data. Bundle item data. Okay, so layered clothing util. Import shared. Types. Okay, so layered clothing util. Okay. Let's see. Are you going to use blocky avatars? Are you not going to use blocky avatars in the game? So for now, I'm just building it with as generic a body type as possible so that hopefully it can be flexible if that changes in the future. We want to keep things modular. We don't want to commit before we have to, because the longer we go without committing, then maybe we can avoid it entirely and be able to have people use like, have like set a body type style for the server, like that. I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to enforce that. So yeah, import sub-shared character clothing wafer child layered clothing util. Okay, so layered clothing util should hopefully, okay, so layered clothing util, metadata get valid help thing, clothing util, catalog types not being needed. These were useless. Sorry, these were, the other stuff wasn't. Let's see. See, I know something a lot of people might want, but to make the game familiar, add walking NPCs. Oh yeah, no, I think yeah, NPCs definitely should get added to the game. It's just a question of when, because it's a big thing, but I definitely want to add them. Even if it's just like basic GTA 5 run away from danger kind of NPCs. Will there be jacket layering like a coat and vest that can be worn at the same time? Yeah, so we're working on layered clothing importing right now, actually. Get if valid for scalp. We'll change that. Get if valid. Okay, let me work with the metadata for a second. Here has decorations. Okay, so we're just going to go through and just change all these to something more generic. Has retextures. Has skin. Has accessories. Is invalid. Is multicolored. Has facial hair. Hair is not hair. Is not of type. Is miscategorized. Is retexture. Okay, so I think with that, okay, so now we just got to do some minor refactoring. Tags. Okay, so let's just rechange this to assets. And then let's, so I'm going to open up, I don't know which one it's going to actually show, but we are going to go through and we are going to standardize the metadata. Okay, so has decorations, has accessories, has retextures, has skin, is invalid, is multicolor, is miscategorized, is retexture, and I think that one should just be deleted. How do I delete them again? Settings. How do I remove it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, it's somewhere obvious. I can just tell. All right, tag to Lua. Okay, so scalp hair tags, asset tags. Okay, how about let's make a accessory character asset util character. Let's see how if we move this and then used okay, so we're gonna make a pseudo enum called asset type equals scalp hair, um, layered clothing, and that is all for now. Okay, so now using this, hopefully we can avoid some of this unnecessary code. Okay, so let's just see how far we can get. So hair tag, so asset tags, scalp, asset tag, asset ID, retexturing. Okay, so those look fine. Assets, assets. Okay, so let's add C. Yes, so, okay, function get asset tag. Asset type equals pseudo enum.asset type, and it should return a string and return if. Okay, so if asset type equals pseudo enum.asset type.scalp, then end. Okay, so I can actually. All right. Hey there, Conrado Visconti. Thank you for stopping by. Looks like I have. Yeah. So, what powers will you add? And can you please add Avatar Last Airbender accessories? Or is it, I'm definitely fine with adding new powers. I can't commit to anything specific though. Um, let's see. Conrado, Wisconsin. Hello. I just played a game called Transformers Dark of the Moon Testing. That sounds fun. The slow mode is annoying me a lot. Well, in fairness, I'm not exactly the fastest reader. I don't know how. Yeah, the so it's kind of necessary for me, I think. You and you, and we should expect like suspenders and the accessories. So I think you should expect a lot of stuff. If it's a Roblox asset, I'm going to be making sure that it's in the game somehow. Like we're going to do our best to try to get those assets in game. Um, so yeah, error, bad, unsupported asset type. All right. So then, all right. So I let's make a new one called asset type. So we're going to make a new, call it like scalp hair, and let's make a. So we're going to call it make a new group type scalp hair. New tag. What's it called? What would it be called? So scalp hair, then layered clothing. The group is asset type. Tag to Lua. All right. What if you added? Yeah. So we should have layered clothing in the game, I believe. Tags dot asset type dot layered clothing scalp hair. Okay. Cool. Get asset tag is is multicolor. Is miscategorized. Okay, so now asset tag, set tag. Okay, so now asset type equals pseudoenum dot asset type. All right, I think I think this should be fine. So let me actually put this as a utility though, because I can imagine that being useful. Function util get asset tag. New asset or okay, so or shirt, pants, or something like that. Okay. Probably that's will we see Red Mage Superhero Life 4? Definitely. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have new lore in Superhero Life 4. That I think that'll be exciting. Um let's see what else. Yeah, will you be keeping the no, we're gonna have a whole new way to do textures and colors. The UI should be pretty different. So yeah, so that'll be nice. To have like more ways to select. Um yeah, you should have a lot better control over your character customization. Get index data, asset type. Okay, what else? Because we can't just use the metadata. Okay, okay. So local variables, local metadata is equal to pseudonym dot asset type scalp pair layered clothing, layered clothing, index data, okay. Let's see. So now what we got to do, asset type metadata, asset type index data. Okay, so let's just have some private functions. So function get asset metadata, get asset metadata. Um, Metadata. So then, right, asset type was asset type metadata, asset type assert data, no metadata for. So yeah, because y'all can see how we're starting to like weave all this together. Will the character such seem to be a brick wall? So I think we're going to stick with the brick wall idea, but we might rebuild that asset specifically, you know? Like, we'll probably get a better wall asset. We might have a different custom tier, or maybe have like some stuff in the alley, you know? No index data for asset type. Okay, so now let's try this again. Get index data, asset type, data, set index data, get asset index data, metadata. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now do you have a superhero like 2 remastered Trello we were able to look at? Nah, I haven't used Trello in a long time. Will there be city sounds? Definitely. I've learned a lot more about audio and its importance since the first superhero life. I think that it makes it, I think that it really makes a difference. Yeah, I don't really use Trello much. Sometimes I use Hack and Plan, but for the most part, I find that those kind of things only slow me down unless I'm working with other people. And since this is a mostly solo project, you know, it'll be ready when it's ready. Best I can do is just work and try to prevent myself from getting distracted. Asset type, right? Metadata. Meta, I did, let's see. Let's put local asset type attribute key. Okay, so, right, new asset. Okay, nice, nice. Read. Okay, so local. Hey there, how's it going? Welcome zone. Let's move away from accessories. Instance. Okay, so we're gonna export type asset instance equals blah blah blah. How long is the stream today? So this stream will probably be going until, let's see, probably around 8:15-ish my time, so 7:15 your time, so another hour and 5 minutes-ish. Yeah, we're no, another 2 hours and 5 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, though I might pause for a bit just to, get a drink and, the today's been a busy, busy, busy day. Let's see. So get asset metadata, layered clothing, indices. Let's see. Okay, so let's update. I am going to yeah. So we're just taking all the stuff we've written and we're starting to we're starting to actually get it standardized. Okay, so um, script work workflow data Dutch. Okay, so that will be the new command we call. Nice. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. All right. So now we're almost done with the refactoring of this part. Let's see. So data asset type. Index data. Okay. So let's go back to the indice data. So asset ID. We're going to do, let's what do they call it? Regex generator, asset ID. Okay, so let's just start by, okay, so removing original. Okay, so now extra type original. Format document. Okay, so now let's replace that with nothing. And I think that we have some good options. Yeah, okay, so now let's go through here. Yeah, we're just going to remove a lot of the texture type references because that should be stored separately, I feel. Hey there, Speedy. Welcome. I have to leave before the stream ends. I have to record Uncharted 4. Awesome. No, that sounds good, Zone. Have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, yeah, no, stay as long as you like, but at the end of the day, like, no, you don't have to show up every day for me to, for me to appreciate you being here. All right, so type internal metadata, export type external metadata equals, and so let me just change all these marks to external metadata, internal metadata, internal metadata. That would be external metadata, external metadata. Okay, so get asset metadata. Dot clone. External data equals table.clone data. Type equals asset type. Whatever the reason is, I'm glad you're here. Let's see. So now we have, so get, trying to figure out like what, okay, so we have internal metadata. Okay, so let's change external metadata to metadata. Let's change accessory to asset instance. Let's see where that's caused some errors. Metadata retexture of. If why is it? Okay, so so the Roblox type checker is a bit odd. I guess the Luau one. Technically, Luau is bigger than Roblox. Accessories, shirt, pants. Let's see. What else is there? So I think that's got to be pretty much it. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that it didn't like that. Import sub shared character asset util. Okay. Um, character assets dot tags. Get asset tag asset type dot scalp pair. Okay. Hair asset type equals pseudo dot asset type scalp pair. So then let's actually just place that here with I'm glad to see you're integrating coding terminology into your gameplay. I'm sure everyone fully understands it's a Lua reference. Asset tag. Get asset tag, asset type. So hair scalp util, get all asset IDs. Okay, so character asset util, get all asset IDs. I really want to get rid of, where's texture type even stored? I know I have to import it somewhere. Sudo enum texture type. Texture type or, okay, so get all that loaded. So now we have to go back to here, clean up our mess. Character asset util, asset type, texture type. Need to store texture type as its own number. Okay, so type original. Let's see, hair data. Dot texture type is equal to that. So now, hopefully, their asset util get index character asset util dot new accessory index data dot asset ID index data asset type and let's see, new accessory data dot texture type, new asset, local asset, assert type asset, asset is equal to accessory. Let's see, accessory equals asset. CJ Lore season 2 release date, writing it right now. you know, he did, right now he's in a lot of boring programming arc. Many people think it's filler, but I think it builds a lot of character. Okay, so unit test. Okay, so encode. Texture type value. Okay, so texture type value is equal to texture type value, so decode, encode value equals pseudo enum. Got get value from texture type. Okay, so location value, texture type value, so hair data dot texture type equals pseudo enum. Get enum item from value, texture type value. All right. Will opening screen jokes be added back? Thank you, Zone. I appreciate it. I try my best. The opening jokes, yeah, yeah, I might update them. I might make them a little bit more funny, throw in some other stuff, but bit hard to say. Um, I know that I don't want to remove them and leave nothing. It should feel like a better version of that, you know? Okay, so unit test, hair data, so asset util, unit test, asset accessories, import sub character, asset util, scalp util. Okay, so I think, yeah, so that's the cool thing about type safety. Refactoring is pretty fast. The only downside I'd say is that once you realize this, uh, you know, it tends to be, you tend to be a little bit more loosey-goosey with the code, as it were. Um, yeah, I think I could probably benefit from thinking a bit more, but, you know, yeah, currently it works. I can't optimize everything. That's how you get into this mess. Character asset util. All right. So I think, all right, so we have that going. Okay, refactored details into single script. All right, beautiful. Pushed. Let's see. Import story workflow layered clothing. Folder name. Let's see. Get folder, get surface appearance. I think that's probably best we can hope for, right? Let's try to import this again. Oh, it's not happy with that. It is not happy with that. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Character, wait for chocolate. Dang it. Forgot to save. Rookie mistake. Let's see. What exactly? Okay, so clothing. All right. Metadata. Let's copy that. How about just anything? We should just have this update for anything. So data, dot, just run that for anything, you know. Okay, so let's just quick workflow, update data. Okay. Metadata.lua. Import indices, import metadata. Metadata, import. We're going to rename some of these indices. I spelled that wrong. Indices. Metadata, import. It's very important. Let's see. So hopefully, let's see if this detects. Dang it. Okay, we're going to have to be a bit more creative. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, so now all of that should be okay, so let's try that again. Import layered metadata. So data, okay, Hello. Sorry for the slow response. I've been in the zone. Okay, so let's see. What hire Kevin Hart to do them? Ah, we'll see. He might be out of my budget. What theme are you using? I don't know. I think I'm using. I think it's the Julia color themes. I believe it's that one. Um, so let's see. Then will you be adding more body types in the game? I want to keep support for multiple body types open, but for the initial release, I'm only going to have one. I think that's a lot easier to actually maintain. Let's see. No, Zone. How could you? The Let's see. I have a question. Will we have new suit emblems? Yes, new suit emblems and new beards. Yep. That should definitely happen. Jokes be added again? Definitely. They might be changed a bit, but we'll definitely. We haven't lost our sense of humor since we first made the game. Okay, so let's go back to the workflow, assets, accessory. Okay, so date metadata.luau. Okay, so that goes here. Workflow util. I should probably update these indices. Workflow util. Okay. What's this used for? Get all asset IDs. Dot asset type scalp hair. Okay. All right, so that should hopefully be. All right. Nice. Asset type equals workflow util. Equals pseudo enum asset type layered clothing. Okay. So this should hopefully. Okay, so we're gonna have to reboot Let's see. Will, you're evil now? I mean, I'm pretty sure the Reverse Flash was always pretty evil, right? Except for I know sometimes they team up, but for the most part, I don't think they ever viewed him as like a hero, right? Unless you're in one of those like inverse universe situations. Go to evil jail. Oh, yeah. I mean, the jail in Super Hero Life 2 remake's gonna be pretty nice, so people are gonna be doing crimes just to end up there. One more question. Would you be able to add clothing with a code in the game? I mean, like you mean like the asset ID? Probably not. I will have the functionality built out for it if I change my mind, but for the most part, I want to keep the in-game like character customization stuff pretty, you know, looking good. And I think that a lot of the times I think a lot of the times the different character style, the different art styles in the catalog clash, and I don't want that to happen here. Um, Received yield, layered clothing, asset data, asset util. Okay, gotcha. All right, so workflow, update data, meta. Okay. Okay. So download.sh, scripts, test, download.sh. Looks pretty good. Um, let's see. Input, all of that. Date, metadata. Okay, so metadata path. Will the mechanics be close whenever someone asks you? Yeah, makes sense. Whenever you interrogate someone in the Arkham games and threatens them, interesting mechanic. So I think there will be some more new advanced camp mechanics. But yeah, that'll be that'll make sense. Also, I'm going to get metadata. I'm going to finish the metadata import script, and then I'm going to um, workflow util. I'm going to get that going, and then I'm going to pause for a little bit, get something to eat. Who would win, Super Hero Life 2, Inferno, or Super Hero Life 3 Bow? I remember, isn't the bow a little bit overpowered? I probably the bow would win. I think the weapons in general in Super Hero Life 3 are just a little bit better. Um, it looks like the okay. So let's try this again. The amount of times um, I have broken the horse cat plugin. I swear. The scripts map object public hair. Okay. Indices. Okay, so now that should, in theory, so data goes, where data file? Okay, here it is. Okay, so okay, can I get, yeah, okay, so that's working now. Nice. Okay, so indices, will you be able to add, okay. Oh, hey there, Cody. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Wow, you've been there since the original. Yeah, oh, way back when. Yeah, no, I hope it's worth the wait. I really appreciate it. Let's see, radiation gun. Would you be able to add emblems or logos to other areas of your costume? Would you add insignias to clothes similar? So I'm not necessarily against it. I just have to find a way to make it work with layered clothing. We'll see. And like variable body types. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely am in favor of having more logo control, as it were. Um, all right. So encode player data. Why is it erroring at me? Okay. And because I errored again, I have to restart Studio because this plugin that I rely on is very temperamental. Uh, I want to be able to right click and reboot a plugin, you know? Like everything created by it should be tagged and you should just be able to reboot it. Uh, like every widget related to it should just be like completely deleted and then reconstructed. Okay, let's try again. Missing metadata for blah. typical skip metadata. Um, okay, so hopefully, okay, import. In page one, finishing query. Isn't it supposed to build it? Am I crazy? Okay, so finishing query. Okay, so we have import document. Okay, so why isn't it building it? Okay, so import item workflow download is dead, then item. Okay, so I decode right. So get folder. Oh yeah, that was it. It only. Folder name. Item data array is dead. Skip metadata equals false. All right, now I have to make. Okay, is valid equals true. So import JSON. Delete that. Save and import. Come on, come on. Yes. Okay, we got it. Success, yo. Moogly moogly. All right, let's see. Yeah, no, being able to add textures, that's definitely something that's happening. Um, I think insignias, that might be a little bit too detail specific, but emblems, since they're meant to stick out a little bit, that might be easier. All right. The rotated around and stuff. No, no, of course. Yeah, no, ask as many questions as you like. No, I'm happy to answer. Yeah, it's just kind of like adding detailed stuff on layered clothing is kind of a headache. Just like little small details, because like the layering isn't perfect, so they'll just get eaten up half the time. Okay, yeah, hey there, Ryan. So right now I am loading the I am loading, what's it called? All of the layered clothing assets. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we have these different pants variants. That's cool. Okay, I need to remember to not create the if texture type pseudonym.texture type dot original, then you go forward with it because I don't actually want the other stuff. Folder. Okay, if so, let's see, texture type, original, 0. What's with all the hair stuff up here? Missing metadata for blah. Okay. So then I have to delete import again. And instead of using Roblox as layered assets, why not make coding specifically for in-game and make your own system for it? It's a good question, Cody. I do think that there are times in the past when actually we did try this in the past, and the thing is, um, we don't want to remake the wheel essentially. The customization system is going to be powerful, and we will make custom stuff when good stuff doesn't already exist. But if there is already like a lot of like available to use, assets out there, uh, and I think that for the most part, it's silly to not. I think that it'd be silly to like sort of insist on reinventing stuff without a clear value addition. Uh, if at the end of like I'm not saying that we couldn't make something that was good. I think we have made stuff that was good back when we were trying to make a custom character, but I don't know if the amount of effort that went into making that was worth it in the end. Like I don't know if the game is necessarily better because something is custom. And in this case, I think it allows for easier scaling and like adding of cool things. But yeah, so let's see. So update metadata. Got nil, bad asset ID for, that's an asset ID. What are you talking about? Why is it yelling at me? Um, bad asset ID. Asset util, long flannel. So let's see. So asset util. Um, metadata.id. So why is, okay, so update. Okay, so read inst metadata.id. Okay, yeah, no, this isn't making sense. Why is this not working? Got nil. Okay, so long sleeve flannel red, because the asset ID for that is supposedly pretty and space layer clothing shirt, long sleeve. I've recently seen something in the superhero days channel that's something that I'm really hoping to see, which is face markings, tattoos, mole scars. Yeah, no, I definitely want to add tattoos, face markings, and stuff. Um, yeah, no, so Cody, I do I I I promise I have considered it as to I think that the layered clothing system is not perfect for sure. It definitely has a lot of problems, and that's why I am going to be doing my best to make sure that what is used, I'm going to constrain it in certain ways to try to avoid certain problems with it. But for the most part, like I do think that it is technology that will improve over time, especially once editable meshes come out. Me making a custom solution is totally good, but even like Superhero Life 2, I didn't make those assets in Blender. I brought them in from the catalog. And so this is really just more trying to future-proof stuff as like, more assets are made for that standard. So I want to have a pipeline available to translate stuff into whatever standard I go with. So it's not so much about committing to one specific thing forever and ever as it is recognizing where most of the value is and wanting to begin work on a translation pipeline for handling those. Um, but yeah, like at the end of the day, if it looks bad, it looks bad. Like if I try doing layered clothing and everything looks awful, then we're not going to do layered clothing. But at least not that way. But if I can do it and it makes it and it looks all right in the way I specifically try to do it, then I think that's different. But yeah, so let's see. I'm going to be trying to use some texture stuff as well, which I think will be helpful. Um, okay, so long sleeve flannel red, line 125. Um, yeah, but no, if something doesn't fit well, it's not going to be allowed in the game for sure. Uh, why? I'm just trying to figure out why is this saying that it doesn't have an asset ID when it clearly does. Okay, so accessory, so asset util, bad asset ID. What does it think the asset, character accessory util, asset ID? Okay, so accessory, so asset ID. So get bad asset for, and it was called from there, which was called from line 30. Update metadata. Trying to figure out what could possibly else be the. So confused. Why does it think that that is not there? Asset util. Okay, so what is going on with this? Okay, so asset util thinks 125. Okay, so get asset ID attribute for inst.get full name got asset ID. So nil. So why is this nil? Figure out what's going on with this. Inst.class name. Okay, so am I not synced up or something? What's going on? Why didn't it read the thing? So 125. Oh, because I mislabeled asset type. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, why is it? This is why you got it. This is why you don't ever really fully escape errors. But I'm just happy that the okay, so import, so download, import story accessory, set attribute, character, asset util, I guess character accessory util, asset, well, that would be character. Let's see, where asset type attribute key, util. How'd I learn to script? For me, I tried to understand a little bit, but it sounds like it's confusing. But yeah, I did more or less learn it as I went along. Believe it or not, Superhero Life 2 is actually the first game I fully coded from scratch. No, actually, no, Deep Space Life was. Superhero Life 2 was the first Superhero Life game that was coded from scratch. Superhero Life 1 was just a bunch of hacked together code for the most part. Um, and yeah, so I mean, like, I don't think you necessarily have to do it in any specific order, as it were, you know? Like, you don't have to be an expert at coding before you can start making stuff. The trick is learning how to make stuff and finish it. Um, I think that's where a lot of people get lost. They recognize that okay, coding it can be complicated. It'll give you a headache, and it will. But the people who would become programmers aren't the people who are just smarter at it and can figure it out. It's people who have the emotional resilience to keep on trying at it. Like whether it be because they just enjoy succeeding in that area more, or because solving problems doesn't frustrate them as much. But I do think the ability to become a programmer is about the emotional balance of things. You have to be able to keep on coding for months and years, and that requires sort of a stable emotional stake in it. But yeah, okay. So layered clothing. Okay, so update metadata. Nice. Okay, so let's see what else. JSON decode, get. So let's just gonna delete that. Update metadata. Update metadata. I weirdly enough, I do have a Nightcycle website. It's just half broken and I never finished it. I agree. An official Nightcycle website would be cool. I just need to get around to doing that. As you can see, I already have a lot of coding on my plate, so that's been taking up some time. But no, yeah, I agree that that would be very cool. Um, Back accessory, dynamic. Okay. Layered clothing, dress or skirt, dynamic head, emote, accessory, face, face accessory, fall, front, face, layered clothing jacket, layered clothing left shoe. I feel like I'm gonna have to have shoes be its own thing, you know? Walk in, waist accessory, layered clothing t-shirt, t-shirt, classic duty, layered clothing sweater, layered clothing shirt, pants. Okay, yeah, so that should be all that. We're gonna save the shoes for later. Let's see. Layered clothing. All right. Let's import that. Okay, so now we're loading in all of these. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I, I'm trying my best. It's some days are harder than others, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy that people are still excited about the game after all these years, and I want to use that momentum to make, you know, the update that the community deserves. Um, and yeah, so let's see. So some of these, we're not going to keep all of these, but we are going to have it support all of these, you know, format documents. Okay, so let's do import, update, append indices, append indices. So clothing, layered, mm, okay, so append indices, asset type, layered clothing. I think that should be pretty much it. Append indices. And now with that, oops, did I mess something up? Uh-oh. Oh no. Why didn't it work? Data clothing layer indices.json, layered clothing, get all asset type. Ooh, yeah, wait, that kind of backfired. Update metadata. Okay, so get all asset IDs. Well, we're going to figure that out later. I'm going to pause for a bit. I will be back in a bit. I'm just going to eat, you know, use the restroom, you know, general pot stuff. But I'll be back in a little bit. Do I think the remake will put it back on the homepage? I hope not. That'd be terrifying. That'd be hundreds of thousands of users. I want it to. I want to. It'd be nice if it hit 10,000. That'd be my dream. Above that, I'm starting to freak out and like, you know. But yeah, so let's see, I will be back in a bit. All right. Thank you. I'll see y'all in about probably like 15 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. Let me turn this on. Back at so 7. Let's do 7:30, 7:40. I might be back before that, but yeah. Or no, sorry, 6:40. Time zone difference. All right. See you in a bit. Hello, everybody. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Ended up being faster than I thought. But you never want to give yourself too little time, you know? It's always better to finish something early. Okay, so let's set the metadata. Okay, so we have okay, let's see. Okay, so let's go through and will you be able to suit so the soup glitch will just become a full just become a full feature for the most part. Like it's just we're just not going to have as many restrictions as to what you can do on your suit. Um, let's see let's see. I think yeah. The hopefully this should be more efficient. Uh, yeah. I should hopefully have less lag. That's my dream. But I also just accept it's not a super laggy game, but there's definitely areas for improvement, and I'm going to be using that improvement, to avoid. Let's see those kind of issues. All right, so we have some different jackets here. Um, so let's update workflow. So let's actually the update retexture status. So paste metadata. Okay, retexture has retexture. All right. So to number ID, accessory, find first child. I think that this pretty much makes sense, right? Okay, so let's update retexture status. Workflow. Oh wait, no, I just need to copy it over from one of these. Workflow util. Um, save. Workflow util folder parent. All right, so update metadata. So update retexture status. Fingers crossed. So now let's see how many of these are retextures. Okay, so where has retextures? Okay, select and explore. Yay! That looks good. All right, so has retextures. Looks like it's identified some solid ones. Let's see. Update metadata. Mhm. Yeah. No, the suit glitch, I mean, here's the thing. It should be a feature, and anything that has to be a glitch is usually has not the best UX design. Only the more dedicated community members can really get that working. Um, let's see, but I think that for the most part, yeah, okay. So, uh, I don't know. Are there really any, I guess let's go through. So is multicolor, has accessories, so has scan no, is invalid. Uh, this one is multicolor, is multicolor. Would y'all say it's multicolor? I think it's more just one color that not really. Let's see. Just trying to go through and get these tagged. Okay, is multicolor. That's not multicolor. Multicolor. Let's see. I think so. We're just gonna go through all these. Mhm. Um, let's see what else is multicolor. Is multicolor. Yeah, so right now I'm just going through and I'm tagging stuff for to figure out how it should be processed. Generally, we want to avoid long term when we have the editable stuff, or no, it's just high priority assets. I do want to support a workflow for multicolor things, but for now, it's a bit it's a bit unnecessary. Also, I'm just going to remove all the chain smokers assets once I'm done. All the chain smokers and Roblox ones, I think. So is multicolor. Let's see. Multicolor, multicolor, multicolor. Okay, so now to go through and remove all the chain smokers ones. Uh, okay, is invalid, is invalid. I'm also going to remove the ones with the Roblox logo, I think, just because we want something. We want this to just be a game. It is on Roblox, but you know, hey there. So do you think we'll be able to use the regular suit options like that are that are in the game right now, or are we going to be just use because suit glitch? So I'm going to make some custom stuff that uses layered clothing, which matches more closely onto the character, onto the original. So like you'll be able to convert your old characters over. They should look pretty similar. They're just going to use the layered clothing technology. Honestly, just any graphics in general, I think should be. We're just going to remove all of the graphics ones. Sweatpants. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, no, I promise. The goal here is not to make it just like a catalog heaven. I'm simply using this. Like y'all may not remember, but I literally did this for Superhero Life 2. I did something like this, except instead of it being a workflow, it was a lot more manual. Like you take catalog assets, you find the ones that look good, and then you use those as the foundation for your customization system. Um, like this worked for Superhero Life 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, 3 didn't really do this as much. We hired an artist there who I think did a really good job. But that did reduce the number of things we could have inside the game. Like it just so happens that this is the easiest part of the workflow to do beforehand, because um, the other stuff, what's it called? Um, so um, hmm, I think this looks pretty good. Nice. Update metadata. All right, so now that we have that, okay, so let's try importing it again. Missing metadata for blah, blah, blah. Has it not been saving the metadata? No, it has. Maybe I just need to actually save it. I'm just trying to. So I think this might be a situation of it just not loading everything in. And I did not turn off the air conditioning. Well, looks like we're having air conditioning problems. My air conditioning's working.
Oh, your internet.
Oh, my internet? I think my internet's fine. I looks like we're having internet trouble. Um, if you all stop being able to see me, let me know. Okay, so it seems that that stuff is running fine. Let me try to imagine what else could be causing that. Okay, so update metadata. So workflow util, import story, get VID, set type. Okay, so question is, why is this not catching it? Let me get the indices. Okay, so append indices. Why is it yelling at me? Right. Oh, it's because I have a typo here. Okay, there's the issue. I was like, what's going on with this? Why is that not working? It's because I did it wrong. The age-old problem. Um, that's why it's yelling at me. Oh yeah, it was all you, Zone. Looks like there's some quality Arkham Knight stuff going on. All right, thank you, Cody. I appreciate it. I was like, maybe we're getting some odd stuff. So hair. Okay. Okay, so append asset IDs. Okay, so JSON decode, import service, import package, edit. Okay, so it's like workflow util, metadata path. Should be doing it here. So why is it erroring here? It's because it has metadata. Data equals metadata. Okay, so let's figure out what's going on with that. Metadata registry. Local is unique equals false. Okay, so data registry, get if unique. Okay, so get if unique. ID. Okay, so now that should work. Where's the error at? Workflow util. Okay, so we need to add that. Now, in theory, we should be able to set the indexes. Indices, format document, save, update retexture status. Why was it dark in my room earlier? Oh, it's because I'm a few hours ahead of y'all, so it gets dark here earlier, and it used to be bright, but now that is not the case. Okay, so I think, let me try importing them again. Okay, so this is functionally the final okay, so let's just put that there, and I think we should be set to see if we can apply it to the character. Okay, so character. Okay, so we're going to go to, so we have all that asset data set up, player data, character data, identity data, appearance data, outfit data, quote, layer data. Okay, okay, layer data, here we are. Okay, we have some work to do. So I think let's see, so type index. What did I do for here? It was just index, type. It was just type. Okay, so let's just do type. What else? I guess like let's just repeat a lot of the hair data stuff. Okay, we're just gonna paste, delete, rename, layer data, and then we'll just work from there. Okay, so location. Let's see. Pseudo enum. Let's see. Asset. layer type. I don't know, that one's a bit tough. Let's location Z index. That might be cool to have. Uh, hmm. Let's see. Okay, so we have the location. Um, okay, so now let's just replace hair data with layer data. Okay, from there we'll just do order equals 1. And from there, okay, okay, so accessory, apply accessory, order value plus 1. Cool. Order value, order minus 1. Okay, so this actually encodes quite well, I'd say. What else is there? Yes. Okay, so rows. Okay, so order. That's all seems to be working. You the face cams, only the face cams on? Dang it. I've been okay. That's silly. Let's see, what did I do? Okay, so I need to, all right, there we go. Yeah, I was okay, I was like wondering, like, okay. Yeah, so yeah, no, this is secret. You're not allowed to see. Um, yeah, no, I just copied over the hair data and have been modifying it to, you know, hair type count, layer type count, uh, clothing layer, that's the data clothing layered. But yeah, beyond that, it's pretty good, I think. Layered clothing. Okay. Let's see if we have 3 minutes left. We're probably not going to be able to get it visualized today, but I think, okay, but just so that we all remember, here is what we ended up going with. Okay, so all of these are the items that we're going to be adding in game. Some of them are going to be skipped. Not all of them are necessarily ones we need to have. But that being said, we're going to just stick with that for now. Woo, 4 hour stream. No, we're ending in the next minute or two. When will Superhero Life of 3.5 Water be added? Probably when I get back to working on the map. We're focusing on character stuff right now. The but yeah, so default layer type, just the amount of times that. Okay, so I think got this more or less set. Okay, that looks good. Trying to think what else. Does Nightcycle have a Discord? Yes, it does. If you check the Roblox or group page, you should be able to find a link to it. All right, Zone, please behave. But yeah, that'll be all next time. Until next time, I will see y'all tomorrow probably. Thank you again for stopping by. And yeah, I think we're getting close to the point where we can just load pretty standard character appearance in and fully serialize that. And so we're just going to keep on building off that until we have the full character backend set up. All right, I'm probably going to do some more work on it off stream, but just know that it's not too exciting. It's just more of the same. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.